Hello, you Nurgle worshipping cultists. Today I'm going to showcase you my titans. So, what we got here is first off here one of the very first knights that came out. I want to showcase you what you can do in terms of 3D printing details and also like 3D printing whole models. Many bits here are 3D printed. The Sonic gun is 3D printed. The crab claw with integrated bolter is 3D printed. I scavenged some, I don't know how you call it, like those metal tentacles from one of the failed projects I had. The tongue is made out of metal, and those like skin ribbons, also 3D printed. I like them a lot, although I think you can see it if I put it in a certain, if it focuses. Yeah, but I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it. You have like some sort of waves there, so I'm not really satisfied with this one, but it gets the job done. Also, like the spiky heads up there are 3D printed. Like, when did I print them? Like 2 years ago, when I freshly had my 3D printer, but they always fall off. Like this is one, this is one thing I really don't like about it. But yeah, 3D printing really did put a number on this guy because I am a huge Slaanesh fan, and what is a knight without proper sonic weaponry? So now, what we have here is this is what happens when you don't really check the files for reference, because as you can see, this one is massive. Like it really is. It's so much bigger, and funny enough, it didn't take me so much resin either way. I think this one. Let me take a guess. Yeah, it's 1 kilogram. From what it's weighing, I think it. Yeah, it has to be one bottle. So yeah, this one is fully 3D printed. The only thing I don't like about big models are first off the cracks, because the torso is or what it was printed in two separate, how do you say, like two separate parts. And I know this is a common issue, like if you're like me and you don't really know how to fix it, so you're going to have lots of parts who will not stick together. Otherwise, I don't know if you can see it right there at the leg, some small holes so that the resin can flow out, because I made the big mistakes of printing the big ass cannons without any hollowness, so they are really like full. So yeah, it has some weight issues, not as much though, because I had to drill it in such a way that it stands on its own without always falling off. This is something that you should keep in mind, because if you put too much weight on the upper body, it will break. It will break. So if you want to make it proper, always have the lower part like without any hollowness, like you print them full, and then the top part you make them hollow. Otherwise, the weight difference will make life hard for you. But yeah, but either way, I love this model. It's really awesome. It was a present from my friend. Like the file itself was a present. I printed this one myself. So yeah, for I think 20 to 30 bucks was the file, and then yeah, you have the file and you can print as many knights as you want. And there are many options for weaponry, like this one. It's free. This one is free. Like you can print this one and put in any weapon combination you want, and then you can have as many titans, as many knights as you want. So yeah, it really does give you the flexibility, and it isn't that hard. Like you have to manage it somehow. Like you can't just print it without any brain, but still, 130 euros and $170 one night. around like 20 bucks for the file plus like 40 euros back then for the resin. So yeah, one number is smaller than the other. So either way, putting away my knights, what you have here are my favorite models. These are as big as Scout Titans. Those were free. Like here, you can have a closer look at them. Yeah, one of my centerpiece models for now, because I have a big surprise for you guys, but it's still in production. It's going to be one of my biggest projects so far, so stay tuned if you want to see what the Hell Forges of Slaanesh are going to present you one day. So either way, the mistakes I did with these is the placement, the placement of the legs. As you can see here, without breaking so much, the joints, the leg joints right there and also right there didn't fit as good, because I had to, like, I don't know if you can really see it, but if I put it like this, maybe you can see that the legs are twisted, so it has some sort of balance. I love the model. Like, I know many of you don't like those models. It's like the very old subjugators from Epic. I know from when Epic was, like, from the 70s or 80s, but these are really old models, and someone with much talent recreated them for, like, tabletop scale. So I love these models either way, and I think what you want, but it is what it is. So yeah, with those big models, what you want to do, and what my partner didn't do, because we wanted to see, like, the limits of, how do you say, like, saving resin. The legs and the feet are not full, like, they're hollow, basically. And what this made was, like, this tipping, like, when I first printed it, it always fell off. It always fell off because all the weight was up there. Even though everything is hollow, but because the legs are hollow and have no, like, really weight, basically this leg there isn't as weighty? No, isn't as heavy. Isn't as heavy as the rest, so it can't compensate. So yeah, this is a mistake that you should keep you up. That should no, it doesn't have to keep you up at night, but it's a problem that you should be aware of, because this same problem I didn't do with this one. Basically, also everything is hollow except the legs, which are made out of FDM. And also, like, the placement of the arms, I placed it in such a way that the weight goes, like, down and in the center of the model. So this one has, like, no balance issues. Like, the first day how to say, like, I printed it, and then when I assembled it, it never had any weight issues. But this one, it was a whole week of fighting against gravity. So yeah, this is what I can showcase you right now. Big thanks to my very good friend, and also many big thanks to the awesome creators of those files. And I will see you in next episode.